I'm so pleased to see all of you this morning to participate in the first Sustainable DC Neighborhood Challenge, appropriately called Hickey Run Heroes. Now, how many of you guys know about the Hickey Run watershed? Well, I tell you what, Hickey Run used to be an open stream that ran for about 2.5 miles from where we're standing right now through the National Arboretum, where it is still open, and into the Anacostia River. It was enclosed in underground pipes. It was enclosed in underground pipes decades ago, but it still flows underneath us today. In fact, if you go over and stand by the Hickey Run station right over here, you will hear and see the stream that is running underneath us today. Yes, it is now largely underground, but it is critical that we take measures today to protect Hickey Run. And so, our team at DDOE is looking for some heroes. Heroes willing to step up to the plate and install stormwater runoff prevention measures such as rain barrels, rain gardens, shade trees, and pervious pavers on their properties so that we can help keep pollutants from entering our water bodies, including the Anacostia River. And understand this, we are not asking you to participate in this challenge without offering you some very attractive incentives. I'll share with you the two biggest incentives that we're offering. One, the ability to lower your energy and water bills. Who doesn't want that? And two, the ability to increase your property value. Again, very important. So earlier, I asked you to step up to the plate and be a Hickey Run hero. Well, allow me to introduce to you Sustainable DC's biggest hero. He has made sustainability in the district a top priority. He has invested an abundance of resources, financial and operational, to ensure that the city becomes the cleanest, greenest, most livable city for this generation and generations to come. He is the main architect of the district's sustainability plan. He is our mayor, Mayor Vincent C. Gray.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and good morning, everybody. Good morning. And it is still morning. We have about 7 or 8 minutes before we launch into the afternoon. And isn't this a beautiful day out here today? Absolutely fantastic. So I want to thank, first of all, Keith for the fantastic job that he does in leading our Department of the Environment. It plays almost daily an increasingly important role in our efforts to ensure we protect and preserve the environment here in the District of Columbia. And we have set out to be a leader as much as we possibly can be. First of all, being a leader is doing the things that you talk about, and then being able to talk about those things in a way that may influence others in terms of how they carry out their, conduct their business every day. I'm amazed that there's nobody in that pool over there today. I certainly hope, as beautiful as that pool is, that there will be more people who will be populating that pool. Pardon? That's why there's nobody in there, right? Well, where's all those early arrivals? Okay, the pool opens at 1 o'clock, so we got another hour before that will take place. I'm sure it'll be full at 1 o'clock, right? Anyway, this is an incredibly beautiful area over here with the rec center. I want to thank those who worked with us to be able to build the Chuck Brown Memorial, which will be completed sometime later this year. And the community input was vigorous and helpful. And I think we wound up with a product that people will feel good about going to visit. It's not going to be a big music venue, because that, we all agreed that wouldn't be the case. But it is going to be a place where we can memorialize someone who's done so much for the city. I want to thank those who have worked with us to make our sustainability plan a framework for the future of the District of Columbia. And I really don't think that's any overstatement. I think if we don't pay attention to those things, the rest doesn't matter, because we really won't be here, or be here in a way that we would like to be here, to be able to enjoy the other things that we're trying to make happen here in the District of Columbia. I want to thank the Friends of the National Arboretum, Community Forklift, the RiverSmart partners, KC Trees, of course. They've been working with us on the sustainability plan all along. And for those who don't know, we have made a commitment by 2032 to have increased the tree canopy in the District of Columbia from 35% to 40%. And what does that mean in concrete numbers? It means that we've got to be able to have netted the increase, an increase of about 8,500 to 9,000 trees in the District of Columbia. And I think, Keith, you would know, we had over 9,000 trees that we did last year. So we're on course to be able to achieve that goal. So thank you, KC Trees, the Alliance for the Chesapeake Bay. I serve on the Chesapeake Bay Commission and Council, and Keith, the Department of the Environment, staffs that for us. And there is a vigorous commitment to cleaning up our waterways across the entire region, from West Virginia, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Delaware, New York, and of course our partners just to the north, Maryland, where Governor O'Malley has really provided outstanding leadership on cleaning up the Chesapeake Bay and preserving it. And also DC Greenworks. We also had some Boys and Girl Scout troops that helped us with these rain barrels. Is that right? That would be Girl Scout troops 5081 and 5337, and Boy Scout troop 0098. I don't know how those kids remember all those numbers, but I guess that's important. What they are doing, of course, is establishing drain markers in the watershed, among other things. Anyway, I'm really excited about our Sustainable DC plan. And if you haven't read it, pick up a copy. We have copies out here today, don't we, Keith? I assume we do. We do. Okay, good. Okay, right over there at the table. Please pick up a copy and take a look at it. It's very readable. You can count, there's 143 initiatives which are to be achieved over the next 20 years. And what has been done through our Department of the Environment is to ensure that these initiatives have been embedded in the performance goals of our agencies. We've probably finished, I don't know how many finished, maybe 10 at this stage. Six? Yeah, 6 goals. Okay, so, but we've got, you do the math on that and you'll see, we've got 20 years to be able to get there, and that's pretty much the trajectory that we're on. And the city will get there, because what will happen increasingly is that people will recognize the importance of this, understand the initiatives, and incorporate them in their own behavior every day. We're focusing on jobs and the economy, health and wellness, of course the climate and the environment, energy, food. But one of the most important areas we're focusing on is what we're focusing on in a sense today, and that is our waterways. Sadly, our waterways, especially the Anacostia River, is quite polluted. And we have made the commitment to be able to have, by 2032, the Anacostia River to be fishable and swimmable. And when I've said that to some people, they've said, you better change your brand of smoke, because there's something wrong with your reasoning on that. But you know what? If you don't have a vision for what things ought to be, you'll never get there. You'll accept anything that comes along, and I'm not willing to, and I hope you're not willing to accept a polluted Anacostia River as an inevitability. I hope the day will come when people can, kind of dive in just like they'll dive in that pool, or they'll be able to throw a fishing pole, the cast a line anyway, into the river and be able to eat what comes out. I wouldn't recommend that today, but hopefully 20, 25 years from now, if not sooner, we'll be able to do that. So we've set ambitious goals, and being able to collect rainwater and use it for other purposes is one of those. And I want to thank the young people from Langdon School who were responsible for painting these rain barrels. Don't they have a nice look about them? How about a big hand for the kids from Langdon School? And what that allows us to do, it allows us to be able to capture this rainwater, keep it out of Hickey Run, which is, as Keith said, is flowing under where we are right now. Because if we don't keep it out of Hickey Run, anybody know where it'll wind up next after that? And the Anacostia River is exactly right. and then it'll go from the Anacostia River to perhaps the Potomac River or the Chesapeake Bay, and you know it's a downward spiral from there. So we're on course to be able to correct what is a long-standing problem, beginning with helping people understand what the importance of this is in the first place. If we can get it done at Hickey Run, I think we can get it done elsewhere across the city. I hope people are, involving themselves with the RiverSmart program, and also working to be able to change the landscape. We've got some people, I think, who have already done some smart landscaping in their yards, which would be helping us to capture rainwater and keep it out of, Hickey Run and out of the Anacostia. People like Jamie Harper, Earl Carlson. All right, give it up for them, y'all. Earl Carlson and Sherry Dixon, all three of them. And they are symbolic of the growing legion of folks who are working to be able to make sure that we become the most environmentally sound city, one day to be a state in the nation. We got an award at the U.S. Conference of Mayors meeting last weekend. Walmart has established this program to award folks for their work on climate control. We got an award there, and in part it was for our work on helping to clean up the waterways here in the District of Columbia. So for your own sake and for the sake of the future of this city, I ask you to continue to do this because, frankly, the future you save may be your own. Not to be trite, but that is exactly where we are going with this. Because if we don't do this, people 20 years from now will look at the Anacostia River and go, those people didn't have any commitment or vision at all, did they? Well, how could they possibly let this happen? Which is probably some of what we've said about the condition of the river in the first place. But we can actually make this happen. We know how to do it. We are prepared to involve anybody and everybody who wants to be involved in this, and so that, 20 years, 15 years, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, even a year from now, we can celebrate the progress that's being made on the waterways in the District of Columbia, the Anacostia River. So thank you all very much for coming out on this beautiful day. I hope for those who have not already taken advantage of having a rain barrel in your yard, you will do that. And by the way, I have one in my own yard. I would not be a hypocrite and stand here and suggest somebody else should do it. And then if somebody asks me, Gray, do you have one? Go, well, I'm going to get one next week, guys. So I not only have one, I've had it in my yard for quite some time as a part of the RiverSmart program. So thank you all very much for coming out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Now let's go make sustainable DC a reality for every one of our 647,000 people. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mayor Gray. And once again, I must say, I really like to thank you for your vision and your leadership. You told us to shoot for the moon, and we did. And today, our residents, our businesses, our environment are reaping the benefits of our labor, like we're celebrating today with this beautiful neighborhood challenge. I would also just once again like to give a special thank you to the Langdon Elementary School students who helped paint these beautiful rain barrels that are before us today. Great job to the children in this community for helping to beautify the community. So really quickly, I'm going to explain the rules of the challenge. Should you have more specific questions, please do not hesitate to ask any member from my team. And if you are a part of Team DDOE, I'd like you to raise your hand right now. And by the way, I'd like to acknowledge my team here today who have worked tirelessly to make this happen. So thank you, Team DDOE. Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, on to the rules of the challenge. The block that has the highest rate of participation in the RiverSmart Homes Program by September 30th of this year will be crowned the winner. If there is a tie for first place, we will select the winner based on the overall number of stormwater management practices installed. Over the next 2 months, DDOE will come out to your home and inspect your yard and determine which practices are best and most effective. Based on these assessments, DDOE and its partners will install the improvements that make the most sense for your yard. The winning block will be eligible for a personalized green block makeover. That's going to be exciting, folks, I'm telling you. This could include new street trees, new efficient street lights, permeable sidewalks, and green roof rebates. DDOE plans to hold a big celebration in the fall to recognize the winners and highlight the efforts of your neighborhood. We know that your community is up to the challenge, and we are looking forward to helping you meet this challenge. I encourage you now to take a tour of the nearby RiverSmart home, visit the Hickey Run station over here to my right, and have your picture taken at both locations. But most importantly, I encourage you to sign up today to become a Hickey Run hero. Thank you, everyone.